Everybody, it is cold in Wales. It's cold in Scotland, England, and Ireland. The whole of the UK is freezing. Some parts have had snow. I woke up this morning, there was a heavy frost outside, all the ground's hard. And the thermometer on the fence in the garden says it's -2 degrees. And it's only, by the time, 3:30, whatever it is. But anyway, we're here to talk about another list video, and this is a list video from Mike Gray, 1951. Bless him, hasn't seen many films from the other list that I'd done from, what was it, 2023 2 downwards, you know, the noughties when all the Marvel stuff were coming out. He hasn't seen many films, so I give Mike an early Christmas present. I'm that kind of guy. And talk about some of my favourite films from the 1940s. That is maybe more up Mike's street. Not all of them. There's many others. But these are a handful of films that I enjoy from the 1940s. And we'll start off with The Maltese Falcon. Because The Maltese Falcon is a film that I've never been able to get through it for whatever reason. But I watched it a couple of weeks back and I loved it. I think it's a fantastic film noir, and that was from 1941, if my notes are right, and they're not always right. Then a famous film, British film, I think it's British. Is it me or are we going dark rather quickly? A Brief Encounter. I think everyone's heard of Brief Encounter and that scene at the railway station. Just a solid story, a really good story. Then a film from 1941 called Ball of Fire. And Ball of Fire has Barbara Stanwyck and I think Gary Cooper in it. Gary Cooper is like a professor, and him and his other professor people, I think one of them is the voice of the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland, the cartoon. And they're writing like a dictionary, so trying to write all these words. And then Barbara Stanwyck bursts into their life and tips it upside down. And that's a lot of fun to watch. I enjoy that one. That's Ball of Fire. Then a film about alcoholism. And I joked many years ago that in 25 years this would be me. But The Lost Weekend. Just watch The Lost Weekend. Mike's probably seen it, but I think that's a really solid film from 1945. Then from 1940, a film that I look at it in two parts. It's The Great Dictator. Charlie Chaplin, Great Dictator. One half of it you've got Chaplin as widely believed to be a version of the Tramp. And the last time he played the Tramp, he's a Jewish barber. And then you have him as a dictator, Adenoid Hinkle, I think his name is, and has a great speech at the end that is on YouTube to watch. But there's parts of it I like more than other parts of it. Overall, I think that's a good film. The Great Dictator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. Now we'll go to a film that I just kind of persuaded Mike to watch. And I watched it, I think a couple of nights ago. Cheers to you. Black rum. Warmed you up. And no wonder sailors drank rum at sea. Saboteur. Alfred Hitchcock, 1942. A wrong man film. A guy accused of... What's the word they used? I watched it a couple of nights ago. It's in the title. Accused of being a saboteur, goes on a run to clear his name. One little bit of rum and I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But an excellent film, Saboteur. And a quaint little film that I've always enjoyed is 1942. No, 1942 maybe. It's called Went the Day Well. And it's set in this little English town, little village. And British troops roll into town, but they're really German troops, and they take all of the townsfolk hostage, and they get rid of the home guard, and the villagers fight back. and from the first time I saw it, I thought, that's pretty good. Whether you want to call it propaganda, I've seen it called propaganda before, I don't know, but went the day well. Pretty solid, pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do some more. Then, a film I like bits and pieces of, and it's not for everyone, from 1940, Fantasia, Disney's big experiment. And there's lots of it that I do like. You can see it all on YouTube, or you used to be able to see it all on YouTube, different segments. There's some segments I like more than others. You've got the Sorcerer's Apprentice, you've got the one with the dinosaurs, but then there's other ones with elephants and stuff. But you know, I appreciate it, and I do enjoy most of it. Then we'll go for a French film. It's called La Belle et la Bête, something like that. It's basically French for Beauty and the Beast. 1946, the costumes are lavish. We are going dark? Or is it just me that's going dark? It might be just me. Anyway, yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Everyone knows the story of Beauty and the Beast, but you've got a man in a beast costume. Might look a bit daft today to some people, but set design and costumes are fantastic and a very good film. Probably my second favourite Beauty and the Beast film after Disney's cartoon. Then from 1948, the very first version of this that I saw, Oliver Twist. You've got Alec Guinness as Fagin. And I saw it before the musical, and I like them both equally. They look a bit different. They go along a different kind of pace and kind of look. I think this ends maybe a bit more true to the book and a bit more grim. It's not a happy-go-lucky ending. But Oliver Twist, 1948, superb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. So there are 10 films from the 1940s that I enjoy. I do have others. So maybe another time we'll go through them others. But as Mike always says, and it's rubbed off on me, comments are welcome.